So the elections was last night, and it was a close battle. Trump more likely is gonna win, but let's dive into. So I'm just gonna dive into what I think is the biggest problem in the U.S. It's easily freaking low wages, part-time jobs, and let's talk about debt because debt's definitely a big problem in the U.S. A lot of people that go to college, they get themselves into debt, and a lot of them only paying on that interest, so they're gonna be forever in debt. And like if you don't land a job that's in your field, then you can just kind of screw over financially, especially if you didn't were not born into a wealthy family that's able to freaking pay up front without taking no freaking loans or anything out. Unfortunately, I was not born in that type of family that has like freaking shit ton of money. So college, I never thought about going to college because of it. In school, I struggled in algebra, so of course I don't got my diploma yet because of algebra. I just struggled with that. I'm really good with geometry, just struggle with algebra. And a lot of jobs in my state, you need your GED to work full time, make decent money, which it's going downhill because Amazon's been paying that $15 an hour thing for a couple years now, and they require algebra. Freaking GD. That's the thing that kind of pisses me off because Amazon's a warehouse. All you be doing is just freaking playing with packages all freaking day. Why do I need to know what freaking A plus B equals X, Y, 3 P's equals 2? Why do I need to know that if I'm just going to be working in a warehouse? Basic math. That leads to another topic. Like, I already talked to the dad and the whole college debt BS. Schooling. Schooling in America is horrendous because we have big population of people going to the same school. And when I was in junior high, there literally was classes where not everyone has the same freaking book. So we have to show freaking math books and shit like that. Shit, they didn't even have enough freaking laptops for people. They did. They just simply just don't have the freaking funding. And I live in a freaking Republican state, and school is still this shitty. Unless you, like, I mean, if you live on the richer side, it's more on the east side, schools more likely will be better than schools that you grow up in more of the poor areas. And freaking yeah. So there's another thing I want to talk about. Oh yeah, Let's dive into a little bit more about technology and wages. So technology and wages are staying low because of the population and technology. Because we have a lot of population, uh, there's a lot of restaurants that close down, and that's bad because like, that's gonna be displacing people out of jobs. And pretty soon we're gonna have like 5, 10 people applying for the same job that pays $7.25, and you can't live off $7.25. And that's the biggest problem is that we don't have good enough jobs, and if I mean we do have good jobs, but they're gonna be like, hey, 5 years of experience in the corporate video editing sphere or some shit like that, and that's what throws a lot of people off. Because how is people gonna get like 5 years of experience if they can't even get land on job in that field? That or they just freaking hire you and then lay you off. Because these people that have money, they don't want to lose their money. They don't want to lose that freaking power that they freaking have. Because like I mean, look at the NBA. NBA they bring in a shit ton of money. But guess what the NBA did? Laid everybody off. And everybody that got laid off, they don't get checks. They don't make money off. They just gotta try to find another job. Even though the NBA brings in millions to freaking close to billions a year. See, this is how how stupid this whole thing is. I mean, look at Disney. Disney's laying people off left and right. Disney owns ESPN. So you can't tell me Disney is not going broke. Unless they just have so much freaking debt that's insane. Then look at the freaking airways. So we got restaurants, got the entertainment business. We got freaking big corporations like Disney laying people off. Then where are all these people gonna do? They're gonna be competing for another job. Like I said, pretty soon it's gonna have 15 people competing for that job that pays $7.25, and we're not gonna get freaking wage. There's gonna be no wage growth. There's only gonna be inflation growth, and that's just gonna bring cost of living higher. But anyways.